I was going to start working on some doors for the cottage, but it was cold, wet, and damp outside, so I decided on the next best thing, a well-deserved afternoon nap. But someone else had other ideas. So I got up and decided to cook a pot of my grandmother's best carrot turnip soup. She made this with just a few simple ingredients and smoked sausage for a real hearty taste. Stay tuned, you're going to love this episode. Please click the subscribe button, it's free. Turn on channel notifications for this channel, then you won't miss any of our great episodes like this. We'll start off with some onion. Just cut this up into cubes or dice it however you see fit. Probably about a good 1/2 to 3/4 of a medium-sized onion will work. Best way to keep the onion juice from getting into your eyes and stinging is to make sure your knives are good and sharp. If you slice through it nicely, you minimize the amount of juice. If you snap it with a dull knife, it sprays out everywhere. So keep your knife sharp. Even though this isn't really a garlicky kind of a dish, 1 little clove of garlic, minced up, diced up. This sausage that I have here, it's a smoked sausage that I was getting from Costco, and then they stopped selling it, but I was fortunate enough that I could find it at Walmart. It's a little bit sad, but government regulations in our area have forced the closing of a lot of local butchers, and so it's hard to come by some of these meats that we used to get from a local butcher, like smoked pork chops and smoked sausages. Now you have to rely on these mass-produced ones from the big box stores. It's a little disappointing. But this is a good sausage. I really like the taste of it. Not a lot of fat in it, and a good, real smoky taste. And then we're going to peel up some carrots. I like the organic ones for this because they seem to have a fuller, sweeter taste. But it probably doesn't make a lot of difference. Just chop them up into evenly pieces. Watch your fingers. Slow it down for the end. Now the turnip has got to be about the ugliest thing you can buy in a grocery store, especially the winter turnips. This one was a bit big. I think if I take half of it, that'll probably be lots, and then I can use the other half later on for making mashed potatoes or something. We'll go and peel all the wax off of it. And then it doesn't look so bad anymore. Turnips are also hard, so just watch when you're slicing them. Don't want to make an accident. We'll dice this one up too. And watch your fingers. Just kind of little 3/4 by 3/4 chunks is perfect. Sometimes if you make them too small, they just dissolve in the soup and you don't even know they're there. And we'll throw everything in and start mixing it up. That's about it for the bulk of the ingredients. Now I had a soup bone here, like a ham bone. You can throw that in if you got something like that. We'll throw in some water, a little bit more, mix it up again. Everybody wonders what those ham bones are used for. This is what you can use them for. And we'll turn up that, put the lid on for a little bit. Put in some caraway seed, some salt, and some pepper. I'll let you decide on the quantities. The salt, I always like to pour it out into my hand just so I don't make an accident and dump a whole bunch in at once. This is a big pot, so it might look like a fair bit of salt, but it is a big pot. And we'll crack in some pepper. And a special ingredient, a couple little dabs of curry. Just a little wee bit though. And now we'll let this simmer. I like to put in some mashed potatoes, and these ones were powdered from Costco. They're really good. I really like them because they only have like 3 ingredients: some oil, potato, and salt. Some of the other ones, they got 5,000 chemicals in them, and I just don't like them. These ones are so simple, they taste so good, and if you pour it in here and give it a good stir, it's going to thicken the soup up, so you don't have to use some kind of thickener. That's typically what I use that stuff for a lot. I'll thicken soups with it. Now if you have regular mashed potatoes, you can throw a clump of those in there and they'll dissolve and they'll also thicken the soup. Your choice. And there's a finished product. Isn't that something? Looks delicious. You can serve it as a main dish on its own or as an appetizer. You'll love this hearty soup. If you have any suggestions or ideas that you'd like to see on the channel, look down and leave us a comment. I'd love to hear from you. And if you don't mind, click the subscribe button. It's free. Turn on notifications, and you'll see more great recipes like this in future episodes. Thanks for watching.